The glory of God in Christ is His gracious disposition toward us without compromising His truthfulness, His faithfulness to Himself. Why does He use the word full? Full of grace and truth? Because it's really, 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 really big. If you have a container as big as Jesus, the Word eternally, who created all things, and it's full of grace and truth, that's a lot of grace. This is really good news. It could have been otherwise, couldn't it? God could have chosen to become flesh as a judge and an executioner. He could have just said, in the fullness of time, I'm done. I've been working with this planet for thousands of years, and what do I get? No fruit. I'm done. And I'm sending a judge. He will do that. But He didn't do it. The Son of Man did not come to condemn, but to save. John 3:17. He came full of grace and truth the first time. We live in that period between the two comings of the King. He came full of grace and truth. The Word became flesh to be gracious to us. And it was grace shaped by truth and not compromising truth. It's not wishy-washy grace. It's not unprincipled grace. It's not sentimental grace. There's a lot of sentimental grace in the world. And so many people don't have a biblical understanding of God's grace, paired with truth and always vindicating truth and always holding fast to God's truthfulness and His faithfulness to His own infinite worth and glory. It will be a righteous grace, a God-exalting grace, a costly grace. This grace is going to lead straight to the cross, because at the cross is the only place where truth can stand if grace is going to stand. God cannot justly, simply wipe away your sin and my sin. If He comes with grace to save sinners, He cannot, and this is what the world doesn't get without our helping them and teaching them. These categories are not in the natural mind. He cannot simply say, we will let bygones be bygones. Because truth, faithfulness, truthfulness means my glory has been defamed. My name has been trampled in the dirt. My purposes have been rejected. My justice calls for punishment. That's real wrath. And yet He's so gracious. He's so full of grace. So what does He do? He clothes Himself with flesh that He may die. The reason the Word became flesh is so that when the Son of God goes to the cross and dies, grace could abound and truth could be upheld. Truth is upheld because sin is punished, and grace abounds because we don't get punished. He gets punished. That's why He came. That's why He had to have flesh, so nails could go through it, so His side could be pierced according to prophecy, so blood and water could flow out, so He could become a lamb slain before the foundation of the world. That's the main reason He took on flesh. So if you ask the question, what difference does verse 14 make for us. It makes all the difference in the world for us. We see His glory, and it is a glory as of the only Son, and what marks the glory, it is full of grace, and it does not compromise truth. And that required the cross.